Hi, I'm Melinda Goodwin. I'm a real estate agent here in Southern Utah. I do daily videos like this to teach real estate agents how to market their luxury listings and their hard to sell listings. The purpose of my videos is to, one, get those listings sold, two, double side because I'm actually teaching you how to actively find your own buyer, and three, get more listings in the process. We've been talking about research and marketing research and how important it is in your marketing to do research. It goes hand in hand. If you're just out marketing yourself all the time, that's fantastic. We're really, really good at that. But the purpose of these videos is to teach you how to make marketing strategy, marketing plans based on subdivision, price niche, houses, individual houses, different marketing plans other than just one big one that says, pick me, pick me, pick me. Because the reality is you need to learn how to stand out. And that was my biggest thing in real estate was, how do I stand out? I mean, why am I different than everybody else? I can say, oh, I have great customer service. I can say I'm very loyal. I work hard, all those things that are, fine for me and have great integrity on my part, but really, where does my value come from? And the reality is it comes from your marketing and your marketing strategies and how that differs from everybody else who's just marketing themselves. In that process, though, you have to have some type of marketing research to determine where your dollar goes and is it effective? We have to know, if we're putting so much money into this, is it effective? So one of the ways I've done this is to analyze information. I'm going to make a decision, and I'm going to look at my decision based on different categories, I guess you could say. So my decision is, okay, I'm going to choose today between print, ads in magazines, emails, social media ads, or purchasing a list. Okay, maybe I only have a certain amount of money in my budget. And let's just throw out a number, $1,000. I have $1,000. Where is my $1,000 going to serve me best for this particular strategy? So I'm going to look at print ads, magazine ads, emails, social media, and purchase lists. And is that $1,000 going to best serve me in which one of those categories? Now, I'm going to look at my information that I need. The information I need is how many ads will be able to reach, so in a magazine, is it 20,000 deliveries? And in social media, on my Facebook ad, am I going to, hit, there's a little gauges you can do based on the words you put in on Facebook that will show you how many you're going to hit. Is it going to be 3,000? Is it going to be 1,000? Is it going to be 20,000 in that specific range of words? And then comparable costs. I'm going to look at the costs. I mean, I can do a Facebook ad for $5 and hit 3,000 people if I have the right words in there, right? So now I got to look at the costs. Is the cost, comparatively speaking, worth that money? And then what's the average response rate? How do you judge response rate? Is it based on people that call into your office? Is it based on people that go to your website? Is it, maybe you have a designated page that is a login page for a specific program, like for my builder program. I have a designated page for my builder program. So if you have a lot for sale, you're going to go to my website, you're going to type in to get information. I'm going to know that that particular strategy goes straight you directly to that website, which gives you the information that you're wanting. So I'm going to know how effective that ad is based on that response rate. What are my possible sources? That's the next one. So my possible sources are, magazine ads. Salespeople will be in your magazine. Zillow salespeople are like Nazis, right? So they're going to be somebody you're going to want to trust in what they say. And the cost of each method for the people reached divided by the number of people who are involved. So let's see. So like Zillow, for instance, they'll say, well, your zip code just came up. Well, how many people have that zip code? And I want to know how many people have the zip code, maybe 10, 20, I don't know, I'm throwing out a number. And then what is their response rate? What is their turnover rate? How often do you get this zip code available? Because that's going to tell you if they only have 10 zip codes and then, you know, they say, well, it comes up every 3 months. You know somebody drops every 3 months. So why are they dropping? I mean, it goes into that extensive. And you can ask sales agents if you know the right questions. And sometimes they'll know the answers. Sometimes they won't be very honest with you because they want to make that sale, but you have to make that rapport with them and then judge based on that information. Or maybe you know somebody who has that zip code. You can ask them, who all has that zip code? Contact them. Do you like Zillow? Do you not like Zillow? Do you like this magazine? Are you getting a great response with this magazine? But be aware, this is probably your number one takeaway. I'm teaching you how to market your business because that is lacking in real estate. I'm gonna say it out loud. It's lacking. Not very many people in real estate know how to market their business. So if you're going to call another real estate agent and you're going to say, well, what's your response rate? Be prepared for, oh, no, I get a few leads a month. Be prepared for that because they don't know how to manage their marketing, and they're throwing their money to a place that maybe isn't very effective or a zip code that isn't very effective. And geez, for them 2 leads a month is great. So you have to be aware of that too, your sources. And then what are your findings? This is the end. At the end you're going to do all this. I do it in a spreadsheet, and I know I have issues, but it keeps me organized. So I do it in spreadsheets, and I have all the different sources, and I have their different opinions, and I have their different attitudes, and then at the end I have my findings. And maybe my findings are that my magazine ad is going to hit 90% of my market, especially like the Parade of Homes, right? It's coming. So we know that people look at that Parade magazine all the time. Okay. And how do I know this? Well, I found a Parade magazine in a house that we were fixing up to list. And it's so funny because my husband was listed in this particular magazine because he had done some finish work on a house. This was like 7 years ago, right? The guy had kept this magazine in his house for over 7 years. Pristine condition, has everybody listed. People keep those magazines. And I'm sure because you're listed in that magazine, they're going to come to you. So yes, that is a 90% effective rate. Is it worth my $1,000? Most likely it is. So, but that all comes from research that I've done to figure out if that magazine is there. Now, is Facebook available? I mean, Facebook's a third of the price to do a Facebook ad, third of the price of any type of magazine. So, but you have to know, you have to use certain words and watch that gauge. And if that word doesn't fit and it goes low, is it worth your money? I mean, we're typing specific things. Maybe basketball. Maybe I've got a listing with a basketball court and a swimming pool and a miniature golf range downstairs and a big racquetball court. And I'm really lowering my target by putting those words in because not everybody needs a racquetball court, a basketball court, and a putting green, right? So be aware of that little gauge and make sure it's worth your money. It takes time, people. This takes time. This isn't just and maybe that's why it's been so easy just to put our postcard out and say, look at me. It's because this takes time. This takes effort. And this is what all the billion-dollar companies are doing. It's called marketing. And if you market, you have to do market research. That's just it. So tomorrow we'll do more things that you need to be researching.